Hello friends, Namaste. Let me introduce this new show. 10 minutes, one voice, and every damn angle. This is The Last Word, where facts meet fire and where the headlines get grilled. If it matters, I'll say it. If it burns, I'll still say it. No filters, no fear, just 10 minutes of straight talk. In every episode, I bring you a real story, crisp, fearless, and under 10 minutes. No spin, no fluff, just facts and fire. So let's begin. Remember when a phone call between world leaders was just small talk? Well, not anymore. PM Modi and President Trump didn't just reconnect last week, they sparred over who brokered peace between India and Pakistan. Meanwhile, Trump quietly invited Pakistan's army chief to lunch. And this wasn't exactly diplomacy. It was tabloidy geopolitics at its best. And for those wondering who's really writing the rules, this episode is about decoding what wasn't said and why it matters more than ever. Last month, India's Operation Sindoor saw missiles fly and diplomacy follow. A ceasefire was declared on May 10th, ending the four-day war, an outcome that Trump now claims the US mediated using trade pressure. But India is pushing back hard. Modi told Trump no US mediation and no US trade talk threats. The call lasted 35 minutes, enough time to reset the narrative, puncture a few egos, and issue a masterclass in soft-spoken snubbing. In the backdrop, a global chessboard where credibility is king. And as the headlines were still drying, came the big news. A White House lunch for Pakistan's real power center, Chief of Army Staff Field Marshal Asim Munir. The timing, right after tensions, the optics, questionable. The message, complicated and layered. And also suspiciously quiet because when America hosts Pakistan generals, silence is never accidental. Well, Trump praises his own peacemaking. I settled it with trade. And that line is a classic Trump. Bombastic, unsourced, and headline hungry. Well, Modi fires back. Talks were direct through the military channel. No US and never will. Sharp, curt, unmistakable, and super determined. Meanwhile, Trump extends an olive branch to Pakistan's brass. A private lunch, no press, and no Indian representation. Not even a courtesy call. So what's happening here? Trump is juggling narratives, self-promotion, paired with strategic outreach. India is pushing back, protecting its sovereignty, and that too fiercely. And what about Pakistan's army chief, who's suddenly a VIP in Washington, walking into a room once reserved for heads of state? And let's not forget, this is the same Trump who once offered to mediate Kashmir, a gaffe that still echoes in South Bloc corridors. So when Modi says no mediation, it's not just policy, it's a memory burn. It's also a warning shot to the West. India is done being the polite invitee. It's a co-host now, and it has its own table. That Modi and Trump call wasn't just talk, it flipped the script. India's Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri clarified that Modi clearly told Trump no US mediation, no trade deal discussions at no time. That line, not any level, from Vikram Misri, echoes like a thunderclap. It's a diplomatic rebuke with teeth. And it's rare to see India so unflinching, so public, and so unsparing. Yet, check the other hand, Trump hosts Munir. That's Pakistan's military elite, Washington's first such invite in 15 years. And mind you, he wasn't flown in for tea. This was high-caliber consultation, wrapped in quiet courtesies and wrapped, we must note, in the stench of double-dealing. Because while India was told to believe in democratic alliances and economic partnerships, Pakistan's generals were welcomed behind closed doors. And the timing is no coincidence. It's called hedging bets. It's what empires do when they don't trust anyone entirely, but want everyone in their pocket. And the invite wasn't leaked, it was announced, which means Washington wanted the whole world to know. A subtle but deliberate signal. And here's what makes it murkier. Trump hasn't offered the same defense to India in recent weeks. No grand statements, no shared podium, just a call, followed by a contradictory move. It's like at a party where one guest storms out, shouting, "No one invited me," while the host introduces another guest to applaud. The question is, who's steering the guest list? And what does it say about alliances? And don't forget, Munir isn't just any general. He's a field marshal elevated in May during the war, an insider's insider, and his visit matters. And for Delhi, it stings. The same man who oversaw operations against Indian soldiers is now sipping coffee in the Oval Office. And here's the clutch moment. Modi wins the narrative war with his decisive call. Trump backs off the mediation claim quietly, and Pakistan's military steps into Washington's spotlight. There's no press release about the lunch, but the damage is visible. A photo op wasn't needed. The implication was the message. Trump wants to show he's central, the deal maker, the connector, the global bridge. But India just bluntly says, hey, that's not your resume, it's mine. Pakistan got the room, India got the rebuttal, and Trump got both. It's a curious balance. On one side, the strategic partnership with India, economic, military, and tech-driven. On the other hand, the transactional interests with Pakistan, Afghan corridors, China containment, and optics. Trump being Trump wants both the bouquets. So what is it? Is it a breakthrough or is it a breakdown? Depends on who you ask. If you're in Islamabad, it's a handshake or validation. If you're in New Delhi, it's a cue to tighten the diplomatic belt. And if you're watching from Europe or East Asia, it's proof that America's alliances come always with fine print and footnotes. So here's the last word. Diplomacy isn't always polite. It's often performative. Modi didn't mince words. He reminded the world India doesn't need any tutoring or trade threats to manage its enemies. And that's a powerful pivot from ask help to accept sovereignty. Trump didn't apologize. He pivoted from mediation to military courtesy. But his message is mixed. One friend brags at home, another gets the VIP table. That's real politics with splashy headlines. And this is where India's maturity shows. It didn't demand, it declared. It didn't lash out, it clarified. And in doing so, it reminded Washington that the rules of engagement have changed. India just didn't tell Trump and the world, we decide when, how, and with whom we talk. Trade deals don't broker ceasefires, justice does. Dialogue does. And yes, so does military resolve. So next time you see a photo of leaders sipping tea and shaking hands, look out for the fine print. Because beneath every handshake, there's always a headline waiting to be written. And when the lights dim, the cameras click, and the press leaves the room, the last word belongs to whoever wasn't trying to sell the story, but to set the record straight. In Modi's India, strategic autonomy isn't a hashtag, it's a doctrine. And as for Trump's lunch guest, let's just say, when you dine with the general, you often end up feeding his ambitions. And this is Manoranjana signing off with the last word.